Round 5 of the SRAM Singletrack Mine Series moved to a brand new venue in Western Sydney, the Australian Botanic Gardens at Mount Annan. And the 9.5 kilometre course was tough, but the crowd loved it. The SRAM Singletrack Mine Series visits some beautiful locations around New South Wales and the ACT, but round 5 would be special for competitors as they race on the purpose-designed trails at the Australian Botanic Gardens in southwest Sydney's Mount Annan. To make better use of a less than pristine part of the native plant conservation garden, a 10-kilometre mountain bike trail has been developed to provide recreation opportunities for local residents and visitors, as well as serving as a high-quality race venue.
I think it's been really well received. We've had a lot of positive comment. I think as people have come to understand the type of style of riding that works well on this track, and also the lines have ridden in a little bit better, I think people have come to enjoy it and see it as a nice challenge.
It's like a big BMX track out there, lots of berms and lots of little lumps and bumps, and yeah, it was really good fun, and I would have thought challenging for all levels, so yeah, great course.
It was definitely a lot harder, I think, than anyone probably realised. There's probably quite a lot of climbing in it as well, so I mean, it's actually an awesome course.
Beautiful venue. It's good for the family too, come and have a look at the gardens and whatnot. The single track's really good being so close to Sydney. There's not a lot of it around Sydney at the moment.
And with a pump track soon to be completed, Mount Annan makes a great destination for all ages. With over 300 riders registered for the event and 2 former world champions on the start line, the racing, much like the weather, was expected to be hot straight from the gun. The solo categories featured former UCI track world champion Rod McGee, and in the women's, it was 2010 single-speed world champion Heather Logie, who was off to a flying start. As the temperatures hit the low 30s, some riders found the going tough, not used to the heat and the hydration strategy needed for the 8-hour-long event, and that would become a decisive factor. The solo male category featured 2 podium getters from the last round at Wingelow, Rod McGee and Andrew Hall. After a solid start, the heat took its toll on the Southern Highlander McGee, but Hall powered on to his second win in succession.
Yeah, it can be a very slow chess match out there, and I was a bit worried about Rod McGee this week because at Wingelow, a few weeks back, he was really strong and he was up the front early on, but I think not a very good single-speed course for him today, so he fell off pretty early, and from that point on it was pretty easy going, which was good.
While Heather Logie showed she's building back to the form that won her at World Championships as well as cross-country podiums at national level.
I guess having a background in endurance sport, my ability to just keep going and going is there after years of doing stuff, and so it's actually probably easier for me to do this kind of stuff than the cross-country short speed racing that I was doing last summer.
The pairs categories were full of action. In the female pairs, Gay Cam and Paula Sutton bested their rivals by a lap to record their first win of the series. The mixed pairs saw the return from injury of last year's series champions, Nicola and Matthew Hogan, and after 8 hours of racing, they finished up just 28 seconds off the podium, narrowly edged out by Ben Cerilius and Alice King. The top spots in the mixed pairs were a battle between the team of Kath Bicknell and Shane Taylor against ex-professional mountain biker Brent Miller and Linda Capello. The latter simply too strong all day, finishing a lap ahead to take the category win, while Bicknell and Taylor took the lead in the series standings. The male pairs attracted a quality field, including Rockstar Racing's Matthew Fleming and Troy Glennon, but they would see stiff competition in the form of former series champions Matthew Potter and John Odoms, as well as Australian national team representatives Daniel McConnell and Kyle Ward. With Fleming taking the whole shot, the Rockstars never looked back and led the race to the finish, but the minor places were in for a tumultuous battle. Stephen's bike started well in second, but faded to 5th at one stage, climbing to 4th by day's end. The minor podium positions weren't really finalised until the 6-hour mark of the race. Potter and Odoms were made to work hard by the young guns McDonald and Ward, with only 1 minute separating the teams at the conclusion of 17 laps.
The Rockstar guys are at another level, but John and I are just coming back, so good result for us today.
It was a tough day. The new course, I guess, added a little climbing that no one was really used to. Yeah, that combined with the heat, and there's plenty of fast guys, I guess, coming into the racing end of the season. They're
real evener when no one knows the course. And I just took it out in my usual style, try to go out hard and just get a bit of time so we can sort of ease up a little bit later on in the race.
Despite the hot conditions, most riders agreed that the course was fun but demanding over the 8-hour duration. Woo! With 2 rounds remaining in the series, the competition for overall honours, much like the weather, is really hotting up. Another all-new venue will host round 6. The Central Tablelands Mountain Bike Club have developed a new race venue at Rydal near Lithgow.
It's a fairly flattish track, it's on top of the ridge, so lots of tight little corners but no great big hills, so it's nice and fun to ride.